I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Oh, hey, neighbor. What's good with ya? Welcome to the program. Let's go live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live. So let's go. Good to see y'all, man. Something like a podcast, ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside of Tiny Closet Command Center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Appreciate you. Yeah, something we do now. New time. Same channel, new time. Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Friday at 6. Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Friday at 6. Scheduling change. You know, don't trip. It's a live show. Hilarious commentary, trending topics, celebrity guests, and interesting people. And you saw a little bit of all of that last week. So, yeah, man. Shout out to our sponsors. Longest running sponsor, drunkenfruit.com. Check them out. Drunkenfruit.com and @drunkenfruit on the Instagrammers. Spell it right. Wonderful situation. Don't wait till they get popping and be on a TV show or something like that. Or when you see them on one of them shows. Don't wait. Patronize now, man. Don't wait. Stop Trevor. Peanut Gallery, also known as the nigga section. Good to see y'all. Welcome in. The usuals. No individual shout outs. And what's up to our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson, down the hall in Studio G. Award winning. And all fun and games. New York Bureau Chief John Watson, ladies and gentlemen. I see you. Good to see ya. It's supposed to be, okay. All right, good to hear. All right, let's get this out of the way. Also, we got the phone number, man. The phone lines are jumping. I just re-upped. Well, automatically it re-upped. It gets down to a certain, it's one of them billable situations, auto bill. It gets down to it costs per minute, right? Per call. And then when it gets down to a certain number, it refills. So it kicks over, $50. So the phone, 765, they refresh. It's on the books. 538-7461 is part of the production cost. 538-7461. So that's 765. Let's go. 1. Phone lines are open. And the chat. Where is it? If you want to jump in and get in on this convo on this here Monday. They gave us another one, man. We made it. Monday, July 19th. Damn, it's August already. Ain't that what they said? August already. Still trying to get these numbers up, man. Hit the thumbs, the bell notification. I know it's a new time. We're still adjusting. I'm still adjusting too. I get off the show now. It's dark, which is weird, but we gotta figure it out. And there's that. Couple things, man. We're gonna talk about it, man, today, man. Just have an open conversation. We're gonna rap a little bit. A couple headlines, couple stories. We talk about Space Jam. So a little bit later, you got some input on the Space Jam New Legacy, the Space Jam 2 sequel update, whatever you want to call it, wide open. Because I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people thoroughly enjoyed it. And I fell in one of those groups. So I'm going to reveal where I was at with it shortly, a little bit later. But out the gate, man, want to say a condolence to the family and friends and fans of Biz Markie, rapper Biz Markie, man. We lost Biz over the weekend, 57. He had been in a rehab facility for the better part of a year, dealing with some strokes, some other health issues. Allegedly, at some point during that time, he was in a diabetic coma. Also, allegedly, he dealt with COVID. True hip hop legend, man, icon, like in a real way. And I saw Chuck D. He had a post on Instagram, and he had a list. He was holding up a list, and he was like, hip hop or rappers or however he framed it. I gotta find it. That we've lost since November. It was like 11 names. 11 names. Let me see if I can find it. I was kind of taken aback at that. And so you got a lot of comments and people with opinions and whatever. And it got me to thinking, people, start kicking that health is wealth. We got to black men. We got to start taking care of our bodies and all that. You get all that rap in the comments. But I was just like, 11? Yeah. And they're all like real close in age. Very close in age, oddly enough. And it makes you wonder. Well, it made me wonder. Oh, here it goes. So it was 9. Since December. Rest in Beats. This is on Chuck D's page. So he's holding up this card, right? So a couple people I don't know, but I remember MF Doom. That was actually on Halloween. Ecstasy from Houdini. Prince Markie D from Fat Boys. DMX. Black Rob. Shock G. A rapper by the name of Gift of Gab, who I'm not familiar with, and Double K, who I'm also not familiar with. But 9. I know DMX and Black Rob were in their early 50s. Shock G as well. Ecstasy might have been a little bit older. MF Doom might have been a little bit younger. Prince Markie D, I know he was around the same age as them. But it made me wonder, is it, who knows, right? But could the lifestyle from that 80s lifestyle be part of it? Like on their bodies? Just something to think about. I ain't trying to go nowhere with this, but I was just like, damn, that late 80s, early 90s crew, was it the lifestyle? Was it the lifestyle while he was making money and in their, in their profession, touring and all that? Or was it the lifestyle after? Like, man, 9 hip hop dudes in 7 months? That's wild. Now granted, a person like Biz might have been dealing with diabetes and all of that for a long period of time, and we know what that can do. That can wreak havoc. But Black Rob with the strokes, Prince Markie D, DMX, like the verdict is still out, even though they had the coroner's report. There's conflicting reports on what really happened at the last minute. Irv jumped out there and made of insinuation. You can go Google that. I ain't even going to mention it. but just like, man, wow. It just makes you wonder, like these mid-50s age group, that's tough. That's tough. But rest in peace to Biz, man. That's nobody beats the Biz. I'll tell you my Biz story. I got a couple, actually. You'll hear a lot of people talking about Biz and what type of dude he was. And everything you hear is absolutely true. Super grounded, super down to earth. I mean, he had a hit record at 25 years old, and maintained his legendary status ever since. You know, doing beats for people and just being an all around popular artist in the genre. But everything you hear about him being a grounded and cool individual, and you know, so when we were with when I was with the morning show, the radio morning show that I was with, there was a time when the main guy was gone, and this is a true story. I'll tell the whole story. I don't think I've ever told this. So what they used to do back in the day, right, when the main host was gone, they would bring in, actually, no, I'm sorry. I take it back. Let me start over. I got to give you some context. So this is well over 20 years ago. So when the main host was gone on a show that had a lot of people on it, they would do this thing. All right, I'm taking the curtain back. They would do this thing where they would let everybody else in the room pretty much flounder, because they knew that everybody else in the room couldn't really execute the show like the main guy. Okay, the scenario where I was there, that wasn't the case. So the big guy went on vacation for a week. It came back. I did the show the way he did it. I was green, you know, I was young, green, or whatever. I was just doing it the way I thought it was supposed to be done. It came back and was like, oh, we had to sit down. Next time he goes on vacation, we need you to fall back a little bit. We're gonna bring in some co-hosts. So the next year, when he went on vacation, they brought in celebrities to kind of anchor the show, you know, do the show the way, you know. That's a whole nother story. That'll be in the book. So anyway, one of those shows was LeVar Arrington, the same day. And we in there working 6 a.m. Door flies open, in walks, because a lot of times they didn't tell us. In walks LeVar Arrington, Free, and Biz Markie. Okay? This is easily close to 20 years ago. So we in there, we whopping it up, blah, 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 ha, ha, he, he. I'm still doing my thing on the morning show, you know, being funny. I was supposed to be funny or whatever. Free was funny. LeVar is funnier than you think he would be. Biz is absolutely hilarious. So it was a great day. So much so, again, I'm still green. I'm young in radio. I'm learning the ropes. So much so that all three of them put me in their phones. The three of them I've been cool with since that day. Still in my phone. So we're talking about Biz. So moving forward, so that goes. I go, Free is in the middle of contract negotiations, her and AJ. I don't know if y'all remember this. So they were kind of beefing with BET openly during their show. So she like, hey, come to New York and come through the show, 106 in Park. So I'm like, what does that even mean? But I'm not going to say no. So this is a week later. I go to 106 in Park. AJ's not there. It's the big, I'm talking about, if y'all remember, some of y'all remember this, big controversy around their contracts. AJ quit the show for like a week. Free was doing it by herself. It was like a big shakeup, whatever. So I'm standing, I make it, I drive up there, I ain't got nothing to do. Drive up one Friday. I set it up so I can go do comedy somewhere in Harlem. And I went past 106 and Park on the west side, and I go in and I sign in, they give me a hassle because Free ain't give me no directions. She just told me to come through, right? So I said, Free had told me, and I wasn't that type of guy, so I didn't know how to do that. I was like, Free had told me, she had said, so I'm calling. She ain't answering because she's upstairs taping. So they finally sent somebody to come up and get me. And it's one of those moments when I walk through the back door and it's applause because they're live on air. So I go and they stop, and I'm standing there, and she's talking. They're taping, live to tape. So they would tape the day before and they would air the next day. So they go to commercial. She cussing somebody out, AJ, and this is what he's talking about. So they were trying to hold out for more money, and they wasn't getting more money, whatever. So she was in a mood. AJ wasn't there. He was calling her, blowing her phone up. I'm on the side. So they trying to figure out what to do with the segment. She like, Lamont, on the microphone, come here. So she sits down with me in the crowd, and we do a whole break on 106 Park live on the show. I have the video. This does exist. I was terrible. I was doing impressions. I sucked on TV. Completely live, right? So we get out of there. There's supposed to be some little event in New York or whatever that Biz was going to be at, and she was going to go to that, and we were going to go to that. But after, I was in my feelings because I sucked on TV. I was new. I was green. And I was like, my pride couldn't take it. So I'm like, I'm not going to that, because what if I get recognized, you know what I'm saying, for being bad on a show that hasn't aired yet. So fast forward, I moved to Los Angeles, right? A couple years later. Many years later. And I come into a party at the Palladium. Palladium is where Richard Pryor did Live on the Sunset Strip. So it was a concert venue, right? But they used to do a lot of parties. And if you ever been to a Biz party where he DJ'd, you'll know that Biz is a terrible DJ. He's not the best. He's an icon. He's a legend, but he's more of a selector than a mixer. He just plays. He used to do, Sanford and Son and Greatest American Hero, and just out of nowhere, and the Friends theme, and you'll be, but it's not good. It's just unexpected. So he was one of those types, but fan favorite, big gigs. He was the one that used to do Will and Jada's Black Ski every year. He was just like an iconic DJ. He was like one of the first of those iconic DJs that weren't really good DJs, but was always working, right? I remember coming into the Palladium. I'm in LA, a nobody. I'm still trying to, earn my stripes or whatever. Just hundreds of people, blah, blah, blah. And one of his road managers was from DC. And I'm moving across the dance floor, whatever, going from one side to the other. And they see me from the stage and was like, wave me up. And I go up there and Biz like, yo, laced. Like that. And I'm like, I'm in LA. I ain't seen you in like 3 years. How would you even, I wouldn't even have thought the acknowledgement and the recognition, would have been there, right? And it made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see him for a few years after that. Then I moved back to DC, right? I'm doing comedy shows. I'm on the grind again. I had to start from scratch, start from zero. So I'm putting shows together in DC, designing my own flyers and handing them out at shopping malls. So it was me and Eddie Bryant. So me and Ed, we at Bowie Town Center in front of the Macy's, putting flyers on cars for our show at this place called the Riot Act in DC. Now here's the funny part. I was fresh in the midst of a divorce. Well, it was like right after, maybe a year after. Wasn't even clear yet. And I was so petty that I went to this location, this Macy's parking lot, to put flyers on, because I was like, I think this is where this bitch shops. And I wanted her to come out and get the flyer and see my face on it and let her know that I'm still out here doing something. You know what I'm saying? So I was in my feelings, petty. And we sitting there at the stop. It's a little stop sign in the parking lot, and we hitting cars up. And I step off the curb, and it's a little Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper's like, and the window come down. And the Mini Cooper got the sunroof open, and whoever's in there driving have his head out the sunroof. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I look in the joint, and he was like, yo, it was Biz, right? Just in the Mini Cooper at Bowie Town Center. So we get to rapping, woo woo wah wah. Oh man, da da da. He said, yo, you checked out Yo Gabba Gabba? And I was like, nah, I ain't got no kids. I heard about it, read about it. He was like, that's me. And I was like, all right. And he said, what you working on? So I tell him we doing the comedy. I'm trying to fluff it because I really had nothing going on except for the comedy shows or whatever. but my pride, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, man, I'm just out here just trying to maintain and hang, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yo, think outside of the box. And I was like, shit. And he was like, peace. And it just drove off. And that was the last time I saw him. So that was my little biz stories from front end. And I tell you those stories because if you ever came across them, that's what you got. You got just natural, down to earth. You know, we're having this conversation almost like we picked it up from the last time we talked, which could have been years. So that's what type of dude he was. But yeah, rest in peace to Biz. Great industry guy. Cool guy. Musical genius. All right, let me go down the hall and bring in our executive producer real quick. I'm sure you've got a Biz story.
You already know what my Biz story is going to be. Super Fresh Biz, man. So when Super Fresh used to be up over here at 704, you know, that's where he was grocery shop at.
Yeah.
And I would see him all the time, and he would be killing the rotisserie chicken while he was shopping and be on the phone and everything. So, of course, you know, I fan out because I actually sat there and told him about this. I wrote a paper on him in high school called Biz Markie Rap's First Martyr. And I was telling him about like how Freddie Scott's, who is, of course, where he takes a sample of, you know, You from You Got What I Need, how them going after him, of course, basically, you know, unleash the hounds on samples, you know, rappers getting attacked by people like, that's my sample, and all that money and everything. And he looked at me and was like, yo, you know, I appreciate that. He's like, but don't worry, I'm still paid. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know,
yeah.
So I would continuously see him, you know, me and my son and everything else, which was really cool. And one time I, you know, didn't have my son with me and everything. He's like, where little you? And I was like, oh, man, you know, da-da-da. And I was like, he probably had no idea what my name was, but the recognition and everything. Really cool. Yep. And that's what made him really amazing. Little known Jim, if you don't get a chance to see this, he was on Townsend Television. Okay. Remember this?
No.
Okay, he was on Townsend Television, and Robert Townsend used to play a British detective, and his sidekick was Biz Markie, and his character name was Slick Dog or Mad Dog. If you get a chance to watch a little bit of Townsend Television, it's some of the funniest things in the world, because anytime some trouble hit, Biz was always running away. And it's the funniest thing ever. I think if check Robert Townsend's IG page, but he definitely has clips of him and Biz together on Townsend Television. It's on Fox for a very short period of time.
Was it animation?
No, it was a live skit comedy show called Townsend Television, and Biz played a character named Mad Dog, and Robert Townsend played a British detective, and it was absolutely excellent. Some of the funniest things, man. So check that out.
That's tough. All right. There it is. Oh, I see some of the comments in free. Yes. Yes. Back then. Yes. 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 That is correct. I don't know how y'all got on the food in the chat, but that brings me to a great segue. Brings me to my my next talking point, if you will. I did a post on social media this weekend, and I was kind of shocked at you black people, man. Haynes, you said something that resonated with me, that I have been believing for quite some time, and I found out, you know, within the last few years as well. But here's where it started. Let me give you some context and background. The post was Saturday mornings when you wake up, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. If you got kids in the house, teenage kids, 16 and under, this is only for y'all that got kids in the house or ever had them. When it comes to waking up and starting your day, the children that are in your house, whether they're yours or otherwise, what comes first? If all right, let's say understanding that chores have to happen, right? When the kids off the first wake up, what comes first? Eating or the chores? I had quite a bit of commentaries, about 50 comments or whatever. Maybe 5 said chores first, then eat. But like 45 said eat first. And I was so disappointed in my black people and shocked and surprised. Why, you say, Lamont? Why are you shocked and surprised? I'm shocked and surprised because a lot of the people from my peer group from a certain era, and I don't remember being able to eat before you got your work done. I don't remember that. It may have happened, but I don't remember that. I don't remember like getting up and just, throwing the TV on and well, now it's devices. I don't remember getting up and just doing what you wanted to do before you did what you had to do. I don't remember that. And I was like, man, you parents are nice. You guys are nice. Let your kids eat before they do work. And then, so this is where I'm going, Haynes. Somebody was like, a close person, friend of mine was like, yeah, they get, they can get breakfast because who wants to work on an empty stomach? But if they don't finish their chores in time, they don't get no lunch. And I was like, who getting lunch on the weekend? Who doing 3 meals a day, Saturday, Sunday? That's absurd. And to your point, you're right. We have been tricked. We've been conditioned to overeat since the very beginning. 3 meals a day is not necessary. I was reading something in the last 5 years that was like the food pyramid as we know it, or however we grew up with it, was complete fraud. And they changed it every about 10, 12 years anyway. But the way we got it, complete fraud. You don't need no 3 meals a day. And who eating 3 meals a day on Saturday, Sunday? You ain't got no job. You ain't outside playing. Like, I could understand if we got called in for lunch on a Saturday because you was outside at 8 a.m. playing. And it got too hot and you got to come in and get your little peanut butter jelly sandwich and send you on your way. You know what I'm saying? But man, that joint just blew. I didn't expect everybody to be so giving with their kids. You can eat before you start work, before your bed made and you done vacuumed and dust and cleaned the toilet and got your shoes on the floor. You get to eat first? Wow. Wow. Amazing. People are amazing. No other word for it. Feel free to chime in. The number 765. Let's go on. And also, I put on in the chat, YouTube chat, the link to join the stream. The link to join the stream. All right, let's talk about it, man. Space Jam. Space Jam. Did you see it? Did you make time to see it? Now, granted, I'm not the new movie guy. I'm not the, did you see it guy. First night, you gotta see it. I'm not that guy, right? I enjoy what I enjoy. I catch what I can catch. If it's really something that I feel is like it's gonna move me, Black Panther, I'm in the theater, front row. I'm there for the experience, you know what I'm saying? But just your average run-of-the-mill movie. Oh, did you get a chance to, I don't care about none of that. So Space Jam, right? I'm like, all right. I remember the nostalgia and the Michael Jordan and the shoes and the Looney Tunes. I remember what that was for us. I was a little older, but I still remember it. I remember what that was. So with this one, I'm like, oh, that's cute how they doing that, and they promoting it to death. So it's like you see it everywhere. So I'm looking at the different posters and the commercials and the trailers and then the little skits and bits on social media. I'm like, oh, cool. So this weekend, caught some downtime. We got kids in the house. I was like, oh man, this would be a good family moment. Let's go ahead and try Space Jam, right? So I'm like, y'all seen the first one? Like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's watch the second one. And these kids these days, teenagers, unimpressed. Nothing, if it ain't TikTok, is nothing is impressive. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch it for my own benefit. You know what I'm saying? So I watched it. Then I decided to go read up on it after I watched it. So I was like, oh, okay, put a couple things in motion in my head. I was like, I wonder why, you know, they pushing it so hard and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, they've got some, they're projecting 1 billion in merchandising and partnerships. They have these cross promotional partnerships that they're doing with like 100 companies because they want revenue to be somewhere in the ballpark of 1 billion. They're building a Warner Brothers cinematic universe following a lot of companies are following the model of Marvel or whatever. So it was a lot of people because there was some things happening in the movie. I was like, why is this happening? This is too much. If you watched it, spoiler alert, I forgot to say that. So let me explain that, what I mean by that. One of the things they did was include all of the Warner Brothers properties throughout the history of Warner Brothers. They literally tried to cameo, make reference to, or stunt anything Warner Brothers has ever done. Anything. They tried to weave that into the final storyline. So I didn't understand that, so I had to go read up on it. Then it made sense. The cross promotion that's about to come following the movie. First of all, it did numbers. But the cross promotion that's coming is they're trying to break the gate, right? All right. So that being said, now you have that understanding. So if you saw it, right, it was a decent movie. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. That's my position. I'll tell you why. Positive storyline, right? For one, positive storyline. Family friendly. Very relatable to me with the part about the son who would rather game than sport. Okay. Big budget. Done well. Stuck with the theme. And that's I mean, for a movie, you know, who falls into those categories, what more do you expect? Now, here's my statement on people that didn't like it. There's somebody watching here right now that didn't like it. I'm going to tell you why you didn't like it. I'm going to tell you why you ain't like it. Because you've been tricked. You've been programmed. You self-loathing. You are an unhappy person. 2020 did you dirty. It's the only two reasons why you didn't like Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's because you hate LeBron. You hate his life and how successful he is. In other words, you hate success. Or your whole existence is based around you having stuff to dislike. That's it. Those are the only reasons why you could not like this movie. The reason why it's got bad reviews on social media and online and these media platforms, these people really shooting shots and tearing it down, is I should just go to the picture. You know what? I'm gonna go to the picture, and then I'm gonna bring in our New York bureau chief, John Watson. Let me send the picture to myself. I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, folk. I'm gonna tell you why. And this is you know, I'm going in another direction, but I want y'all to stay with me because this is all theory. I don't have all the answers, but this is what I think. This is why y'all ain't like it. For the people that didn't like it. Did I delete that? No, I still got it. All right, let me send this to myself. Stand by. It's a live show. Don't trip. Wasn't prepared to go this in depth, but this is my final point. There were a lot of references in there too. Pop culture. Funny. They move really, really fast. And if you didn't get them or you're not hip to what the reference was, you wouldn't enjoy it. If you're not hip to the battle rap or how much people clown LeBron, there was a lot of self-deprecating humor that I thought was amazing. It was one of those. Hold on. It was one of those type of when Davy Duck said, "Oh, we rapping now? We rapping? Come on, man." That joke was hilarious. I don't care what y'all say. All right, here we go. I got the pictures up. Hold on. Stand by. All right. So here's the reason. This is my reason why. This is why you ain't like it. because you're programmed. Self-loathing. We as a people, when I say you, I'm speaking metaphorically. So don't get all your panties in a bunch. Speaking metaphorically. So this is the first reason. All right. Here's the first reason. And I don't care if y'all ain't riding with me on this one. Let me see if I can get the picture in there. Can I get the picture in there? All right, so this is why I got so much bad reviews by these big media outlets and these big talking points where people talky, right. I'm writing. I'm using words. Your hero was a strong black male. Your villain was a strong black male character. Binary. Literally, pun intended. Your reluctant hero or the anti-hero, if you took dramatic writing in high school literature, your reluctant hero is a strong black male character. Of course it's going to get bad reviews. Nobody's familiar with that in a big budget movie. They were all strong masculine black male figures. That's just what it is. It ain't nothing else to it. Here's another one. Here's another reason. Y'all can debate me. That's his family. Of course it's going to get bad reviews. What, a supportive wife and family? Were they not antagonists against each other? Of course it's going to get bad reviews. He's a bad actor. He has better acting on the court when he flops. Of course y'all going to say that. LeBron has won at everything. Scandal-free. Mr. Give Back. He's done it right. He's got a team around him. He's successful. He's a winner. You don't have to like him as a basketball player. He has done it the right way. Unbelievable when I read some of the reviews. So anyway, all right, let's go into our New York bureau chief right about now. To give his feedback on Space Jam. John Watson, all fun and games. What's good with you?
Hey, what's happening?
Did you see it?
No, you making me want to see it.
Oh, you got to.
Like I didn't see it, and the only reason why I didn't see it is because, I mean, honestly, I really didn't have much of an interest, and that's not really the scope of the movies that me and my kids watch now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a little bit, you know, they probably really don't care that LeBron James is in a movie. You know what I mean? They're not really Looney Tunes. You know, they're not at that. They're kind of, you know, they watching the Tomorrow War or, you know, the Marvel something or other. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really, you know, I was good with the first Space Jam, but you're making me want to watch it. Like, yeah. I want to watch it now just so that I can, like, it's almost like so that they got my vote, so that they got my little tick, you know, so that I'm registered that I've seen it and it goes into the ratings, you know, machine right. That another person watched it. Like, you know what I mean?
If only for that. If only for that.
Right.
It's
I mean, it sounds fun, but like, I know
it's definitely a kiddie movie, but it had some adult swim. It had some Adult Swim moments where you was like, oh, okay, oh, how y'all? Oh, okay, I see what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And his his acting is not the best. It's LeBron playing LeBron. Okay, right. I think you can deal with that.
So you saying LeBron can't act like LeBron even when he's playing LeBron?
Well, you know what's funny about that? That's actually one of the hardest things to do.
He should have played Delaware Lindo.
Yeah, right. That's actually one of the hardest things to do. I remember being on the set of Ricky Smiley show when he had a TV show, when it was a sitcom, and he was playing himself, and it was bad. Mm-hmm. And then everybody was like, it'd be better at a reality show. And the next season, it was a reality show because he's, you know, when you have to act like yourself, it's a little different. But LeBron's acting in the movie ain't that bad. It's a kiddie movie. It ain't that bad. Like, so
one of your points kind of reminded me of, and don't ask me how I remember this, but back in the day, now scandals aside, now obviously, you know, we're in the 2020s and, you know, we know a little bit better. But when the Cosby Show first came out, I literally remember hearing, I don't remember if it was on, like, maybe it was like Radio Critique or something like that, but they were like, this show is crazy. Like, you know, this black father with, he's a doctor and the mom's a lawyer. Like, That's nuts. That's like that concept will never work. You know what I mean? It'll never make it. So like when you mentioned earlier, as far as the protagonist, the antagonist, and the in between, all being strong black figures and getting that same kind of when in the world does this happen? That cued me into okay, that I want to watch that because for nothing else, just to support that narrative because we are out here and we are
and I had
represented in different forms of fashion.
And I had to think about it, and and I was like, am I being Tariq Nasheed right now? I had to think about it because the white actors or the white characters in the entire movie are peripheral, non-existent, and they are non-relevant to the story. Period. I mean, no, not even you saying I'm saying less than that.
Oh wow! So it's even less than Black Panther.
Yeah, that's the example I gave. Like, what's his name? Agent Brooks. What's the guy name? What was this?
I can't remember, but like the one white dude in Black Panther.
He at least was pivotal to some part of the storyline.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, all black cast, and then Agent Ross. In this one, they are not existent. They're not relevant. So it's essentially a black movie, and I think that's the problem.
Are they as relevant as the lion behind you?
Yes. Non-existent. Like no Sarah Silverman is in it. And I'm like, okay, Sarah Silverman. And I'm like, okay. And then vanished. Like she had nothing on the story. Yeah, nothing on the storyline at all. So I enjoyed it. And you got Don Cheadle and you got the son. The son's issue, spoiler alert. He wanted to code. His father wants him to play ball, follow in my footsteps. So that's the conflict.
Wow. Okay.
That's a relatable conflict right there.
Yeah.
Super relatable. And I was like,
so you don't want to bounce this ball, fam? No, Dad.
Right. Dad, I would have cold. Yeah.
I'm good.
So
okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, I didn't even I think I broached it to the kids and they were like, nah, And that's but we was on Disney. We was on Disney hard last week, fam. We was on Disney real hard. Jump over to WB. Difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We was on Disney real hard last week.
Hey man, I think it was worth every however 300 million they put into it. The special effects was crazy, and they move so fast with the jokes, the one-liners and the jokes, even from the cartoons to the people to the cameos. It just goes fast. So you got to be like, oh, I know what that was supposed to be, and just
So let me ask you a crucial question. How long was it? Because with them cartoons, fam, I can't hang but for maybe hour 25, hour 30.
I think it was that, right?
Okay. I might try to check it out then. Okay. Yeah. But I do remember that with Warner Brothers comedies, with those Bugs Bunny comedies. If you go back and watch the old ones, I think we've had this conversation before. They are quick-witted, fast, and a lot of the humor is very adult, even though it was for kids. And if you didn't catch it.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch them one-liners and them little jabs, and as a kid, it flew right past you. And as an adult, wait a minute.
It was
supposed to be a cartoon.
He said,
okay.
He said, "Oh, we rapping now? Oh, we rapping?" And then they would set the scene for a whole battle rap scene. And I was like, And so it's like that. Like a kid wouldn't even get that. It was some stuff the kid wouldn't even. Bobby Knight, they did a Bobby Knight joke. If you don't know Bobby Knight, you're not going to get it.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
If you know it, you'll be like, oh, I see what they did right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, it's goofy. It's goofy, pun intended. It's very, it's Disney. But it's very slapstick. It has the slapstick. It's just like, that was cheesy.
It's very Warner Brothers. That's the Warner. That's the Looney Tunes. That's their bit. Yeah, they're real slapstick. Did they have was Foghorn Leghorn in that joint? Which I say.
Everybody.
But I thought he wasn't appropriate. I thought that wasn't appropriate anymore. They changed it.
Well, he ain't do none of that. He ain't do none of that stuttering shit.
I say, boy.
Yeah. Yosemite Sam was in there. He ain't do none of that silly shit. He wasn't.
So they ain't do that. So, because Foghorn Leghorn had a joint where he was trying to school the little chicken.
The chicken hawk.
The chicken hawk. And he didn't know how to use a baseball bat. And he was like, I think the boy is slow. They ain't doing them type of jokes.
He said, I think the boy is what?
He's like, I think the boy is slow. Or something like he said, I think the boy got a sugar cane. He said something crazy. He's like, wait a minute.
These
Yeah, get
all,
away with that. Like when the son said I wanted code, like 4 leg on was like, I think the boy sweet. He ain't say nothing like that.
nah, they didn't go that.
That's how it would have went in the 90s.
Nah, it didn't go. It didn't go that hard. Let me
Okay.
bring back Mr. Clarkson. Now you saw it.
Oh, I saw it, and I've now watched it 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Oh
See,
wow.
see.
And
You're invested.
I've watched it 3 times on purpose because of the amount of cameos. And it's like, oh, there's such and such. There's such and
Yeah.
such. I really enjoy it. And
Yeah.
just to make sure my theory was correct, everybody was there except one person.
Oh, Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew is not in
Yeah.
the building.
Oh,
Yeah.
they canceled his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, Pepe's got a bad rap for the touchy touch, so they didn't get
Yeah.
they got rid of Pepe really
But,
bad.
but looking at the movie though, did they? I wonder. I mean, did they do that before they made it, or did they take him out?
I think.
Hey, I wonder if like you remember back in the day, you know, when they had the cartoons and like at the very end, sometimes the fourth wall where you just see the writer's pencil and all of a sudden they erase Bugs Bunny like from the screen. Like, did they do that with Pepe Le Pew? Like he was in it and then like the erasing just came in and took his ass out the movie.
Now I'm thinking about it, because I mean he's not missed. I mean they
No,
literally
he's definitely not missed.
Yeah, but they literally crossed. They did the whole cross universe thing. That was
Right.
To me. That was what made it interesting. I was like, oh yeah, oh okay, I see. Oh, how? Now, and then it got to a point where I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was a Warner Brothers character.
Right, because you forget.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you forget the number of things.
Yeah,
Like Warner Brothers had bought.
They got White Walkers in there and,
Yeah,
Frost Giants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they bought so much stuff over time
Yeah,
that you just go, oh yeah, they do own that now. Which
yeah.
is really cool. Here's the dirty and inconvenient truth about Space Jam 2. It is the best 3 days we've seen for a family film during the pandemic, grossing at $31.6 million. This is also the best for Warner Brothers during the COVID-19 era, beating Godzilla vs. Kong, opening at 31 mil, and also it beat out Girls Trip. So it did.
Girls Trip when it's opening weekend.
Yeah, opening weekend. It definitely
did some numbers.
Yeah,
it did
major numbers. And I'm gonna call it what it is. It's a black movie with some white women.
Yeah, I mean, damn
That's
near.
really what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'll say this.
Now I don't really like saying that. It's just
Okay,
a movie. It's a movie.
Well, hold on. Can
With
I?
a lot of black
pepper it a little bit like this. LeBron has an amazing ability to put his friends on.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody that was cool is cool with LeBron is in that movie.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's really cool because he does throw in some WNBA players.
Yeah, right.
Which I think is
very inclusive.
Very inclusive.
Right, yeah. They probably made more in this movie than they made all season.
Oh, jeez. Probably. But they did a what movie was that? Princess and the Frog. They did one of those where the WNBA players were themselves for about 12 seconds.
Correct. Well, everybody was themselves for like 12
seconds, and then just.
Well, they got down to it though.
Yeah.
They got down to it.
Yeah, it was.
Did they keep their voices though? They keep their voices.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice.
But the other thing that I like about it is that LeBron took his time to really, really make fun of himself.
Yes.
There's one joke where Bug says, this is not the Miami Heat. You just can't pick everybody the best players. It is hilarious.
But they did that like at least 3 times.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know if we can come back. You know, well, you did come back.
Did he have
3-1? And I was like, oh.
Question from the non-seer.
Okay.
Did he have that good? Did LeBron have that good movie hair? Did he have that good full?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, it's the same hair. He kept it. He's been wearing that. He's been wearing that lately, like over the last year, because this movie was done last year. Remember when they was down there in the bubble? That's when he was shooting it.
Yeah, right.
Whatever stylist took care of him on the movie, they're on payroll right now because he's wearing that movie hair now.
Yes.
He's got that.
I mean, it is
the-
amazing.
The
close-ups-
pepper.
But it's the
That like it's like that sprinkle
thickness.
thing, right? Don't you sprinkle it in and it like attaches to your hair or something like that?
No, this has a texture to it. Where
Yeah, like it's almost
You got that low Steve Harvey.
a super low,
Yeah,
one guard.
low Steve Harvey.
One guard. You just keep brushing, fam. You about to have waves.
Yeah, because it has
wow.
it has a little lift. It has a little lift at the front, so it's got a little.
Correct.
And then it's all filled in. It's not powder. It ain't spray. It's literal hair. It might have been put on like a swim cap. You put it on from the back. And then,
Oh
you know what
God.
I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but it's legit. It's legit. Movie magic. They might even
I have a theory about that. I have a theory about LeBron James that in my mind he'll never reach the same, at least NBA championship success as Michael Jordan until he realizes the same way Jordan did that he needs to start shaving his head.
Well, he did that early. Jordan did that early. So
okay, whatever happened, it happened.
No,
and did that early, and he
right.
If he does it now, it's like, come on. Yeah.
Don't quit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Keep it going, bro.
I'm telling you, whatever space age technology that he used in this movie and that he uses currently, that's it. That's it.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel, and it was sheen. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, and you can tell it's it's legit because it's not black. Like you said, it's got the salt and pepper. It's got the little, like they got real creative with it. It's like,
Does he take it off at night? Is that what's happening? Does he take it off and put it on the little mannequin head?
Probably was once every 6 months, probably.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Last 6 months?
I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those where you
Does
gotta
it breathe?
go in.
Does it breathe? Does it breathe?
I think it's one of the ones where you gotta go in and they put you under to refresh it. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to put you know what I'm saying?
Peel your scalp back and then replace it with new scalp?
Yeah. We can rebuild it. You know what I mean? One of those.
Okay. Because in my mind, there's a whole lot of moisture and things happening under there. If you're gonna leave it on there for 6 months, man, but not breathe. It's gotta breathe. That thing gotta breathe.
It looks good in the movie though, man. It does.
Okay.
He look youthful. Yeah, he look youthful. Now, because him for
36-year-old man look youthful.
Yeah, for most of the time he's really him.
Like he's definitely, there's cartoon him for a minute. Cartoon him is funny,
right?
Tells his little jokes. Then it's him, and then the other cartoons, the other Looney Tunes, and it's a good time. It's a solid watch.
Yeah, I think it's decent. If you got some time to kill. Now I don't know if mine counted, like you said, for the if they got the credit for mine, because the platform that I had watched mine.
Geez.
No,
necessarily.
Now I gotta watch it on 2 TVs to count for you now too.
Yeah.
I gotta put it on the living room and the bedroom.
Yeah, this is the other thing too. I'm sorry, just seeing this. It beat out Black Widow.
Which
I don't think that was difficult.
I don't think that was difficult. Yeah, which is not hard to my understanding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from my understanding, I don't think that was hard.
So I went searching for reviews on that, right, personal and otherwise, and I don't think I came across a good review.
Yeah, I did not hear good things, and I wasn't in a rush to watch that anyway. But I did not hear great things about Black Widow. I heard I think there was a sister character that played the main sister, and I heard she was the best part of the movie.
No, they
whatever
said
she did.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
Okay.
The thing that I read today was that it bombed, and it was literal financially, and I'm like, how do you bomb if it released on stream? How do you?
Because you know why?
We're
because
home.
You still have to pay. But it's still on stream. You got to pay for it.
Right.
No, I know that, but I'm saying, how bad do you have to be for people to be at the crib doing nothing and be like,
yeah, and nah,
I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Nah, yeah, that's me.
Jeez.
That's me. Because they charge you, I think $30 or something like that. Okay, they charge you $30.
Oh, wait a minute, you mean additional outside of what you're already paying for? Oh no, I didn't know that. Oh, that changes it. That changes things.
Yeah,
okay. Right, because if you have HBO Max.
And let me tell you something right now. Anytime I'm paying for something on a regular and you're going to charge me another $30 for early release, I better be getting early release.
30. Hey, you work for that. Yeah. So when you get it, is it you keep it for 2 days like
I have
30.
no idea. I've never thought I refuse to do that shit. I have no idea. I don't know if it just
I'll let
stays there.
Does
I'll
Logan
let you
Paul
know.
show up? Does Floyd come out? Like, is it pay-per-view? That's what it sounds like, pay-per-view.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if we keep the movie forever, but you know, I paid for it because once again I was bored. I was like, I'm kicking the tires. Let me see what it does. It's
You paid for Black Widow, is what you're saying?
yeah, I did.
Jeez. Okay.
I mean, you know, my whole thing was this. It's like, let me be fair. Let me kick the tires on it, see what it does. It's not. I'll say this much. It's better than Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, that's even.
Oh, that doesn't scream loud accolade.
I mean,
loud accolade. That doesn't say much.
If you're saying you got to watch one of these movies twice, I'm definitely picking Black Widow over Wonder Woman 84.
What about the first
one? But Wonder Woman 84, at least that they didn't charge me the extra 30. Right. That just came on the thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about the first Wonder Woman? Was it?
No, I'm definitely watching the first Wonder Woman first.
Okay.
Yeah, first Wonder Woman.
I don't want to get into the theme that these women superhero movies don't do well, and then it sounds like we're picking on them because they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason why
Captain Marvel, I heard people shitting on Captain Marvel and all that.
Well, Captain Marvel sucks.
Yeah, just call it what it is. The thing is that, and this is gonna sound messed up. The same energy that in male-dominant superhero movies, where it's like we be fighting and blowing up stuff, keep that same energy in the women movies.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
they give you like a lot of storyline and nonsense.
Yeah, like in the women movies, they want to talk things out, and I don't want to hear you talk.
Okay.
Just hey man, she said X, kick her ass, fam. That's what I want.
Too much estrogen in the women superheroes is what you're saying.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
you know what?
That's Mr. Clarkson.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, I'm serious though. I would research and challenge that the fight and explosion budget is bigger on Iron Man compared to Black Widow. And I don't like the fact that Black Widow's character, spoiler alert, she's always trying to save somebody. Oh, you're not really evil. Let me fix you. No, kick her ass, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you seen that extended Zack Snyder version
Justice
of the Justice League?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Wonder Woman. That scene that Wonder Woman had when the whole thing with the bank and she fought that whole
right.
That scene alone was better than the entire Wonder Woman 84 movie.
Oh,
because she was in there.
I agree.
But they had her in there doing her thing. She was in there rocking.
Yeah.
But the movie was all, this melodramatic nonsense. They could have cut out at least 25, 30 minutes from that movie. That one scene was better than the whole film.
The Justice League, I didn't see it because every time I would jump in, it'd be like a different part, and I was like, I don't even know what the hell was going on. But I guess the opening scene where they stole whatever they stole with all the Amazons, when the Amazons is getting busy, that joint was tough. That joint was tough.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that joint was tough.
If you have 4 hours to burn, I'm telling you, watch that joint. It's worth it. That's a good movie. And the women, all the women characters in there get their thing on. Like you would not look at that and go, oh, this nah. They go hard. The Amazon, women, and even the scenes with Wonder Woman, like they go hard with their scenes or whatever. But I don't know why the individual movies aren't so great.
So from the chat, a lot of people co-sign that Captain Marvel was ass, and Haynes says Ragnarok was too. I'm not gonna co-sign that.
Ragnarok? No,
had punchlines.
I like Ragnarok.
Ragnarok had punchlines in there with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Ragnarok was like the best Thor movie.
I don't know about that. Name
a better Thor movie.
Thor. The first one?
One?
Yeah, the first one.
I mean, I think the fun of Thor in the Marvel universe is that it's constantly him making fun of himself.
Yes, which I enjoy.
Which I enjoy, but
the first movie wasn't that.
No, it was set up though. It was establishing the characters and all that. I mean, Ragnarok was beast, but it was so different. It was such a departure from the first two. The Dark World, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that one. But
me and you both.
But back to Black Widow though. What I don't like about these superhero spinoffs is that she's not a superhero. She's a crime fighter who knows martial arts. Like
You know
she's not.
what?
What's her superpower?
She can fight.
I think she might be a Toretto.
Oh yeah. Well, she has to bring everybody together.
Because she defies all logic on not being wounded, not dying after jumping out of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
easily.
Barely comes off with a scratch and has no superpower. She just had she has a set of skills. You know what I'm saying? But like her and what's my man with the bow and arrow?
That's what I'm about to say. Hawkeye, like he has no
Hawkeye,
his own movie. If they come out with his own movie, I'm gonna be like, no, I call bullshit. No way.
No.
It may be coming.
And I think it is. I think it is.
It's called Hawkeye. Wake me up when it's done.
Oh, geez.
Oh. I'll say this much. There's a scene inside of Black Widow where I go, she's doing what now? How high in the air she is? That altitude is not right. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
At least I'm getting some fighting action.
Yeah.
So you have to throw in a supernatural being. You have to throw in a supernatural being in those movies in order for whatever you talking about she did to make sense. Because without somebody with a power or whatever, it's like, no, that wouldn't happen to a normal person.
Right. And that's what I always thought about. I've seen the jokes, but I've never seen Superman versus Batman.
Oh God! And you.
But I'm like, how? He's a crime fighter. You're an alien, and the alien loses to the crime fighter. Get out of here!
See, the problem I had with that. I'll tell you the problem I had with that. It was not so much of how he was able to fight Superman, because I get that, as in Bruce Wayne is also a scientist and he's a genius, and he makes different suits according to the different type of foes that he has to fight. So he made himself a suit, right? He made himself a suit. But here's the problem. And it's almost the same problem one could have with Iron Man if you break it down. If you're in a suit of metal and somebody knocks your freaking block off through a building and your human body is rattling around in a hunk of metal, you're going to be hurt on the inside. Ain't that much padding on the inside of that metal suit you rocking, and not to ding you all the way up. That's like bouncing around in a car, fam.
I'll allow it. That's too much scrutiny. That's too much. Batman literally has a vinyl suit on.
Okay.
He has a vinyl.
No. When he fights Superman, he has like a metal. He has like a metal suit on. Okay. He has a metal. He's a metal. You know what I mean? With a crystal. With a what you call them, crystal in it. You know, goddamn the green shit that Superman don't fuck with.
The
kryptonite crystal in the middle.
Oh, maybe that's watch that movie.
Yeah. No, you don't have to watch. I just told you everything.
There's one line, and Haynes has it in the chat. What? Let me do Ben Affleck. Why did you say that name?
Right? Yeah.
Like that line alone.
It's an awful movie.
Who said that?
And because of that, I'm out.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, what happens? So coincidentally, Superman and Batman's mom have the same name. So there's a point in the story while they're fighting and so forth, that I can't remember why now, but Superman calls out the name of his mom or whatever, and then like he's like, "Why did you say that name?" He's like, "That was my mom." And so all of a sudden now we have a bond, and we should no longer fight because our mom was named.
Oh, is that they did that in the movie?
Yes.
Somebody really wrote that?
Yes.
Oh,
so got paid to write that.
Oh man!
Never forget.
Can we just say these DC movies are just ass trash?
It's so awful because Batman is my favorite superhero.
How? He's a crime fighter.
Because he doesn't have superpowers.
Yeah,
he does what he does.
Fighter. He's a security guard.
Oh, he's like what was he, the Guardian Angel? Was it the Guardian Angel back in the day?
Guardian Angel.
Yeah, good.
And a Hell's Angel because he rides a motorcycle. I mean, he's literally at the front. He's help desk. Batman is help desk for crime.
Don't do that. Don't you dare. How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? Batman is the truth.
He's at help desk with
he's a genius.
With a Comic-Con suit that he got from Amazon He's
Oh, how dare you? How
he's a
dare
billionaire. He's a billionaire playboy. He's Jeff Bezos. That's what he is.
So
What
he's
a,
a bored. So he's a bored
you?
billionaire.
Oh, come on.
he's a what?
You what?
Is he a bored billionaire? Because that's what I've heard people
Yeah,
describe.
that's Jeff Bezos. He's what
Good, good.
he went and got his concealed
Like
carry.
that neighborhood watch.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all he is. That's all.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's a billionaire playboy by day, and he fights crime by night. What are you talking about?
Why
So
are you
wait a
fighting
minute.
crime if you're a billionaire playboy? Why are you fighting crime?
Listen,
Well,
why is
Trying to kill his
fucking Virgin Air trying to go to the moon? He has time on his hands, man.
That's
What is,
him. That's what I'm
what he's
saying.
doing with his time.
Yeah,
Listen, that's what he's doing with his time.
I mean, the sell is that what led Batman or Bruce Wayne to these choices is because his parents are killed due to a violent act of crime.
Sure.
That's the sell.
Sure.
But I mean, if you're telling me,
You know what he is? In the shoe store, he's loss prevention. That's what he is.
No,
He's the LP agent.
Knock it off.
He's the
Knock
guy
it off.
that comes around and is like, we got you on camera. Come to the back. That's Bruce Wayne. Come
Listen,
on.
one day, your happy ass is gonna be walking down some dark alley, and some cat's gonna try to run you for your coins, and some dude gonna pull up in a souped up Tesla, and in a vinyl suit with a Dutch accent,
Yeah.
and gonna beat the shit out of them, and you're gonna be like, "Who are you?" I am Batman.
I am Batman.
I'm Batman.
Elon Musk. I am Batman.
Right.
Batman.
Elon Musk gonna save your ass. I'm Batman.
And I'm gonna go with the first Joker, the best Joker. What kind of world do we live in where a man as a bat steals my press? There it is.
I love that. Good line.
First Joker, best Joker, but hard second. That second Joker, man.
Who's the second Joker?
Dude, he won an Oscar for it after he died. My man that played the Joker.
I would not allow that. I would not allow that just because he died. It wasn't the best.
No,
I won't allow it.
I won't allow that.
I did.
Just
I did take a break. I had to take a break.
I don't do greatest rappers. Not Biggie and Tupac can't even get on the list.
You gonna tell me?
Yeah, I don't do that. That's just only because he died. If he had lived, it wouldn't even been a discussion.
Heath Ledger wasn't the best Joker, yo.
No,
I like Jack Nicholson.
You're bugging.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, it was Jack Nicholson. Absolutely,
but
it was easy.
I'm not saying Jack Nicholson wasn't great.
It was like, man, he played crazy.
But Heath Ledger's take on it?
Everybody can play crazy. Everybody can just. That's the first character you did in acting when you were a kid. Just play crazy. Only because he died. Great actor though.
I'm not gonna let you diminish that performance. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna let you do it.
I don't know if
I'm not gonna let you do
high
it.
as you put it. I don't know if it's as high as you put it. All right.
When he was in that scene with the black mafia dudes with Michael Jai White, and he was like, "Yo, man, what happened to your face?" He did that whole story about why his mom cut his face, and then he like did the trick with the pencil, and he's like, "Watch the pencil," and he did like that, and then he put the dude's head down and put the pencil through the dude's eye. Come on, man.
Well,
Why so serious?
That's pretty
Why
dope.
so serious?
Still not as good as Jack Nicholson.
Oh, go away.
Well,
It was good too. The actual movie Joker. You remember the movie Joker, the one that came out like 2 years ago?
I didn't see it, but I appreciated Joaquin Phoenix's. I appreciate his. Yes, I would put that above.
Okay, so you appreciated Joaquin Phoenix's joint, but you couldn't appreciate Heath Ledger's joint?
No, I just don't think it is as high as you put it. I think it's only that high because he didn't survive. That's all. That's just my theory on things.
No, don't do that. I was on that before he died. I was like, yo, this is great. What are you talking about? The movie came out before the man died.
I know, but it wasn't a lot of time after that. Yeah, but there was a lot of time to have the discussion.
What are you talking about?
Wasn't a lot of time to have the discussion on whether or not he was the greatest out of all the Jokers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I needed one more sample size.
So listen, the Jokers that you like They're all trying to be Jack Nicholson's Joker.
No, they're not. Jack Nicholson is trying to be my man from the Batman TV show. What was his name?
No,
whatever.
no, I'm not gonna give you that.
They both, Jack Nicholson, and then with the makeup and the purple suit and the over flamboyancy. That was from, what was his name, Lamont? I know you know his name, the actor.
I don't.
From the original Batman.
I'm not looking it up.
It was during your time. No, it was during your time. No, you're fine. You're fine. It was during your time. You probably
you probably like the Jared Leto Suicide Squad Joker.
Oh, Cesar Romero.
No, I did not. I did not.
The Joker.
Wait, say his name was?
The Joker that you referenced is Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero. Yeah, that's Jack Nicholson. He's doing a Cesar Romero impression. Cesar Romero. Come on. No, let's not get crazy. We all know
Batman is your favorite. So you like Ben Affleck?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did not like Ben Affleck.
Michael Keaton?
No.
You like Christian Bale?
Christian Bale was good in the first one. After that, he overacted the hell out of it. He got too growly with the voice. Michael Keaton, best Batman.
Val Kilmer? What about Val
Kilmer?
No, sir. Okay. I don't recognize Val Kilmer or George Clooney.
Well played.
Jeez, you don't even recognize. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, well played.
George Clooney's suit had nipples on it. Come on, man. What is ridiculous?
Oh, no.
So did mannequins around that time. So, I mean, it was just, inclusion. I think
Jim Carrey was pretty good as a Riddler, but George Clooney, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's that. We're well over time, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Thank you for pontificating. Hey, do your children, wait a minute, come back. Your children
I'm here.
Eat first or chores on the weekends?
Well, okay. So my situation is different, whereas my kids are here half the time. So they do their chores upon exit. Before your mom picks you up, I got to do y'all chores. Because I want the place clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cleaning up after y'all came in and did whatever y'all did over the weekend. So before you leave, clean it up.
Saturday morning.
Oh, the place is already clean. My place is already clean.
Oh,
there's nothing to clean up. Yeah, there's nothing to do. There's something to do by the time they're ready to go. That's why y'all got to clean these bathrooms, clean the kitchen, do all that. I'm not cleaning up after y'all done came in here and turned shit upside down.
3 meals a day? 3 meals a day on the weekend?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. The only thing I'm good for on I always make Sunday breakfast. I'm good for that. That's my thing. And then I make Sunday dinner. Saturdays is a dice roll whether I cook or whatever. But yeah, Saturdays they might get one about me. I buy some groceries and then you fend for yourself, fam. All
right. New York Bureau Chief John Watts. All right, real quick. So was chores or eat first?
Oh, so for me, he does his the night before because he wants to sleep in.
Okay.
But that's you know my child.
Okay, yeah, true that. Okay, I can see that. All right. That's
hustling before the hustle begins.
3 meals a day on the weekend?
No, because he's not a breakfast guy.
Oh, okay.
He takes that after me. Like, I'm not really big on eating breakfast. I want little lunch, really great dinner.
Okay. All right. There it is. All right, that's that. Money Wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We might be able to spend this week. No, we will be able to spend this weekend, but we're still trying to pad it up. Cash App, Let's Go Live Show, slots or pots. Put however many slots you want, $5 a slot, or if you want to put money on the pot, also follow us, LGO _ all fun and games for clips and behind the scenes action. There it is. All right, we overtime. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the participation. Great show as always. I'll see y'all next time, man. Be safe. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.